Hi, kindergarten. It's Mr. Jones again with another reading. Our read aloud book for today is all about all of Earth's cycles. Earth is the planet we live on, and Earth has many different kinds of life cycles that we go through every day and every year. So we're going to read this book to learn all about some of those life cycles. This book is called Earth's Cycles by Christian Lopez. What is a cycle? A cycle is something that happens over and over again. Our Earth has many cycles. One example of a cycle is day and night. Night begins and stays until the day starts over again. Each day begins with the sunrise. By noon, the sunset is at its highest. The sun sets at the end of the day. And so kindergartners, when it becomes nighttime, the cycle just starts all over again. So the sun keeps rising and then it sets. It goes down every day. So that's one cycle. The 4 seasons. The seasons are a cycle because they happen every year. There are 4 seasons in a year. They are winter, spring, summer, and fall. Winter is the coldest season. Spring follows winter and brings warmer weather. Flowers start to grow. Summer follows spring. In the summer, we feel hot. Fall leaves turn colors and fall from the trees before winter begins. So first comes winter, and then after winter we have spring, then we go to summer, then comes fall, and finally the whole cycle starts all over again when we get to winter again. The water cycle. When the sun warms rivers, oceans, and lakes, water vapor forms. The water vapor rises, then cools, becoming water droplets. So when the sun warms up the water, it actually makes the water rise into the air as little water droplets. The water droplets group together and form clouds. When the clouds get too heavy, the water droplets fall as rain or snow. So, first the sun warms up the water and it becomes water vapor. The vapor rises, it forms clouds. Then the clouds get really heavy and they fall, and the water droplets fall down from the sky as either rain or snow. Finally, Finally, the water collects in these rivers or streams, and they run all the way back to the ocean, and it starts all over again. Life cycles. Animals have a life cycle. Animals are born. They grow, reproduce, or they make eggs, or they have babies, and die. This cycle happens again and again. We've talked about the life cycle of a frog before. First, we have the frog eggs, then we get a tadpole, and finally we have a frog. The frog has eggs, and the cycle starts over again. The same happens with a chicken with a life cycle. First, you have the egg, then you get the baby chick. Next comes, you get the big chick, you get the adult chick, well, the adult chicken, excuse me. And the cycle starts all over again. Plants have a life cycle too. Many plants grow from seeds. So this is the seed, it's starting to grow. When the plant is grown, it will make new seeds. The seeds will fall to the ground and the cycle will begin again. So first you have so for the sunflower, first you get a seed, and then it starts to grow as a little stem, and finally it grows into a big flower. And once it does that, it can drop seeds and the cycle begins again. And the same thing happens with a big oak tree. First you get the seed, which is the acorn. Then you get a tiny little stem as the little acorn grows into a big plant. And then finally, you get your oak tree. Use the pictures to complete each cycle. Let's start with the water cycle. So the water cycle starts when the sun warms the water. Next, the water that got warmed up, the water vapor, turns into clouds. And then finally, when the clouds get really heavy, the water droplets rain down. They come down as rain or they come down as snow. And the cycle starts all over again. The life cycle, what about the life cycle? First, we start out with the egg. Then, after the egg, the little baby chicken grows up into a chick. Next, you get the adult chicken. So first you start with the egg, then comes the chick. Finally comes the adult chicken, and the cycle starts all over again. Earth's cycles and us. Earth's cycles affect how we live. Night tells us when to sleep. So for the day and night cycle, so for the days when the sun is gone, it's probably nighttime. Then when the sun rises, it tells us it's time for the day to begin. The seasons affect what we wear. So in the winter, we wear jackets, hats, scarves. What would you wear in the springtime? The water cycle affects farmers. They need rain to grow crops. You are part of a life cycle, just like all the plants and animals on Earth. So we start out as babies, and then we grow bigger and bigger and bigger until our life cycle starts. It's all over again. Click on the correct answer. How many times does a life cycle happen? Once, twice, or over and over again? Very nice. The answer is over and over again. Next question. Clouds and rain are part of which cycle? The life cycle, the water cycle, or the seasons? Very nice, kindergarten. They are part of the water cycle. True or false? You are part of a life cycle. The answer is true. Very nice, kindergarten. We are all part of a life cycle. So, in this book, we learned about all the different kinds of cycles and life cycles that take place on Earth.